Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. These readings are good for sun, moon, rising, north node, or wherever else you find it in your chart. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. There could be messages here for you and other people. I'm also available for personal readings. My email is in the description box, so hit me up if you have any further questions or you'd like me to do a reading for you. And without further ado, here is your reading. Hi, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. This reading is for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, wherever you have it in your chart. Thank you so much for being here. We've got the Moth Radio Hour game of storytelling writing prompt cards, right? So we're going to get, what's your story? What's the story going on with Gemini right now? Ancestors, spirits, guides. What's going on with Gemini right now? What story do they need to address? That's the one. Blue. You get a color. And interestingly enough, it's complementary color, orange. It says blue. Prepare a story about the cerulean sky that moved you to tears, the ribbon on your prize-winning pie, or the music that shook your soul. Your love of Blue's Clues, jet blue, or the person in a striking blue uniform. Tell us about a time you dwelled in the past. Oof. Tell us about a time you came in first. And a time where you couldn't get out of bed. Wow. All of these things, right? And it's interesting too for gems because it's like you guys have the ability to see both sides of things, right? I have a really good friend who's a Gemini and who's named after the god that sees in both directions. And it's absolutely perfect for this person because they see everything all the way around. She sees everything exactly like it is in front of her and behind. She's just got this like very I don't know. Most people see things one way. It's a very concrete way of seeing things, and Gemini is able to see things from all the perspectives. And I just it's someone I hold dear to my heart, who I often go to for good advice. So tell us a story about maybe a time you gave someone good advice or someone else gave you advice, right? Something about that is coming through, a time you dwelled in the past. And again, looking forward, Janus is the goddess who looks forward or looks backwards. I think it's actually androgynous, but they look forward and they look backwards, right? They're looking in both directions at once and being able to go forward. Is there something that's keeping you back, that's making you feel sad? Is there a time where you came in first place and you got that blue ribbon, right? 2222. The sky is blue. The ocean is blue, right? So it's like this very calming. Blue is the color of the throat chakra, which talks about communication, right? Which is your specialty, Gemini. Is there something you need to be communicating? Interesting. Ancestors, spirits, guys, what would you like to tell Gemini about this card about blue? 8 of Swords is stuck in your head. Wow. Feeling blue about it, and there is some here. Here's the thing. She is not actually tied. It's like a reflection. So she's looking down into this mirror, right? Self-examination of the situation at hand and feeling very tied by it. A self-imposed mind loop. Those messages aren't getting to her or through to her, even though she's talking to herself. We've all been there, haven't we, right? Because it's like you can't get out of that loop, right? It's like put a different song on. Think about something different. Try to see it from a different perspective. Take a look around in the 8 of Swords. If she took the blindfold off, she would see that she's not actually stuck there, right? It's just something she's blinded to. She can't see her way out of it. Knight of Cups in the upright. Are you feeling blue about something heartfelt, or do you need to take a heartfelt action to get out of this space? Maybe this is the recommendation. If you've been spinning in your mind too long, maybe do something, right? And it doesn't have to be, this guy's not moving fast. He's actually sitting there. He's got these roses. Like, take action from your heart today, whatever that might be. Something that, something to heal, something that hurts you. something to be creative, right? The water signs, the water energy is very creative. Maybe you need to paint with something blue. Maybe you need to draw with something blue. Maybe you need to stare into the sky. Salvador Dali said that any good artist stared at the sky for at least 20 minutes a day or something like that. Like, he said all kinds of weird stuff. I love Salvador Dali, but it was absolutely true. It puts you in this space of meditation, of quiet, right? Looking what's on the clouds. What is this about for Geminis? And we get the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Hermit card. Very interesting because these guys are on the polar axis of each other, right? And Virgo energy here is your mercurial, like, cousin sign, right? And then we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. Through introspection, and these are big deals. This one, not as big of a deal, right? Small card, pip card. These are a very big deal. Suddenly, you see something from a different perspective because you took the time to look within, right? Taking that time to look within, self-examine, really looking at it and looking out. Look at all this blue. Again, taking that time to look at the sky or look at the clouds or, stare off. Sometimes I love to put the galaxy or nebulas on my computer and with no sound or with my own music on and just kind of gaze into the stars, right? And what it's done is it's given you a different perspective where you are able to get up and move now. Taking that action, no longer being stuck in that space. A time you couldn't get out of bed. Well, guess what? You're out of bed now. You're out of bed now, and you've really taken the time to look within, or you are, if you haven't yet, that's what you're doing. You're taking the time to look within, and it's like this light bulb moment goes off. And you see it, you see things differently. You're able to get up. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Just be careful about what you say and how you say it, right? Because you got two knights here, and one of them is moving very quickly and not actually maybe in the nicest way possible. The Knight of Swords and then the Page of Swords. So be mindful of what you're saying and the messages being received, right? What is being said to you and how you're receiving that. Watch your tone, right? Yeah. Also, like, listening to music that's coming through too. It's like a time for music. What's here? Hawk. Let spirit be your guide. Let spirit be your guide. All right. Listen to that inner knowing. Commune with spirit here. Hawk spirit. If you see hawks, keep your eye out for them because spirit's got your back. And so you know that you're on the right path. Kibo has to say hi to everybody. Will, trust the great mystery. I kind of love that. You're starting to understand that you're not going to be able to know everything all the time. That's kind of hard for air signs. The curiosity, right? The curiosity to get the cat into baby. Trust in the great mystery. All right, there's something about this. A time where you came in first, a time where you dwelled in the past. Stop trying to dissect it so much, right? If it's keeping you stuck, let that light bulb come on and then use it to guide your way out. Lay a solid foundation. Wow, I love this. Lay a solid foundation. All this like up in the air stuff, all of this, you got air, water, all of this, but you got this Hermit card here. Beaver spirit, lay that solid foundation, right? And what I actually love about this is Beaver is number 6 and Virgo is 6th house. Health, well-being, right? So keep that in mind that if you are stable within yourself, it's a lot easier to keep everything else around you stable, right? The foundation has to be within yourself. And when things start shaking around you, you don't have to shake with them. You can kind of be flexible because you relying on the ground that you've laid for yourself and then make your dreams real. Spider energy. You know what you wanted. That's why you've been thinking about it so much, right? This is the possibility for that to come out today is real. And I don't know why there's like 2 extra cards here. Are you waiting on something to hurt you? Or are you waiting because something hurt you? Whatever that was, it's done and over with. Maybe it was a conversation. Maybe it was a mindset. Maybe it was an idea. But again, are you stuck in the past? Are you waiting are you at a crossroads of which way to go because something was painful to you? I think that that's where this hanged man energy and this hermit energy really start to come through here. It's like, what were you after that you wanted to begin with? And why didn't that work out in the self-examination? Let spirit guide you through that so that you can follow your heart, right? Without letting it turn you sour. And there might be something that you or someone else needs to communicate, and it like wants to come from the heart space, but because it's loaded with all of this previous toxicity or angst or frustration, right? It might come out differently than what you intended. So be mindful to make sure that you're centered when you say stuff, right? Co-create with spirit. Spirit wants to be your guide, wants to help you trust in the great mystery, but at the same time, they are your wishes, hopes, and dreams that you're manifesting. This isn't like fly by the seat of your pants. The universe has the end all be all say, like, yeah, you have a destiny. Yeah, the fates are weaving things together, but you also have free will, and you can decide whether or not to accept the challenge, the gift, the path, whatever it might be. It's entirely up to you, Gemini. What does this say? Ooh. Healing fear, right? These are the Mona Lisa Schultz Mind Body Makeover cards. And in the negative, it said, I'm afraid of change. Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Gems? It says, in the healthy sense, if necessary, I am willing to let go of an old identity, lifestyle, relationship, or career so that I can grow and develop my potential. Every ending is an opportunity for something new to emerge. Absolutely. There we go. I'll get back. Where are I? Every ending is the opportunity for something new to emerge. And again, it could just be a mindset. It doesn't always have to be. I'm not the reader who's going to be like, close down shop, quit everything that you're doing and join the circus, unless that's what you want to do. Unless that's what you want to do, right? 11:11. But a lot of times it's just about changing the mindset, changing the conversation, changing the method of the thing, not upending and uprooting our lives and relationships every friggin' time because some tarot thing told us to do not give your your self accountability and decision making over to tarot. This is about self-reflection, and it's your life. Right? So sometimes things don't have to be so extreme. And just this interesting, again, about the blue on the orange, and I'm seeing that like complementary color, like they make each other pop. They show the most. I mean, right now where we are in the state of Michigan, when those fall leaves, those orange fall leaves against that cerulean blue sky, oh my gosh, make both of those things that much brighter, right? What is that? What is in that for you? Is something being accentuated? Is something so much brighter now, right? Don't let the things of the past, the experiences of the past, harden your heart and keep you from going after the things that you need and that you want and that you love, right? Oof. Big messages for you, Gemini. I hope they were helpful. If they were, let me know by interacting with the channel. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and checking out your other signs if you need to get other messages. And thank you for coming back and visiting us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.